Hello, welcome to Snooker Pro Tips. This is a situation that happens quite a little bit in snooker, and something you may either understand or you don't understand. So what I'm going to try and do is just explain to you how it works, and that involves plants. Now, a plant is when there are two balls together that actually one pots one into the other pocket. Now, this is all well and good when we've got the two together. Like this situation, it's just a matter of hitting it and it goes in. Basically, I've got it set up so it actually pops. There, if we had that, you just get down and just knock it in quite nicely. So now the problem is when we've got a little bit of distance between the balls, and you see there now I've got a distance between the balls here of about a foot. And what we can say, if we want to try and just make the situation with a little bit more pressure on it, what we've got is here now, we've actually played the shot. We need one red, one colour to win the frame. Now, as you can see now, the two reds don't actually go, so what I've got to play is a plant. It's a brave shot to take on if you were in a match situation, obviously, but if it is you feel confident that you're going to make it, then you would play it. So now how to go about it, and this now is the tricky part. So we can't just get down and hit it, it's got to be lined up properly. So the way to line it up properly is to actually use this red here as the cue ball. So the first thing that we're going to do is pot the red. So you see now I'm imagining now that I'm actually potting this red. And what I'm actually looking at is the path that this red is going to take when it hits that and then goes through. Just to reiterate that now, I'm potting the red with this red, but what I'm actually doing is looking at the spot on the cushion where this red is actually going through that one. So now as I'm lining up, I'm looking through, and what I'm actually going to do is hit the red at this spot. You can't make a spot on the table when you play, so that's against the rules. You can't put your chalk round there, so what you've got to do is imagine the spot. So as you look through it there again, we look through, there, and the spot is roughly somewhere about there. So now all I've got to do now is hit the red on that spot. And then we get that. And that is basically how to look at a plant over a little bit of a distance and set it up and play it. I'll do it again. Now the difficult thing with plants are they won't be in the same place every time. So if I do it again, I'll stand a little bit closer this time. So I'll wait a little bit. So as they still both don't go. Again, got the white here, so it's not an absolute direct plant. So again, we set up at this one to see where it's going. And this time I'm just slightly higher up. I'm just up here slightly. So again, you make sure as much as you like. So you look through it. And then try and hit the spot with that red. You see there? Try it again. So that's the way to line up a plant and play it. It's been Snooker Pro Tips. I hope you found this one useful. It's only a short one. There's not a lot to say about it. And basically that's it. So always make sure that once you've got a plant, the two balls are together, you'll line the first one up with the second one as though you're going to pot it. And then what you're actually going to do is look through the red at the point it's hitting on the side cushion. So if I just set that up again and put my chalk there this time, so I can actually explain what I'm saying. So here we are, we've got the reds, they both don't go. It'd be good if I get it 3 times on the trot. A little bit straighter this time. But now as I look through, there's the point on the cushion I'm wishing to hit, so I'll put a little mark there, so I'll get my chalk on. Somewhere in about there, there's no exact science to it. So what I'm actually doing now is just putting the red towards the chalk. And there we go again, 3 times on the trot. So that time what I was actually doing was aiming this red at the chalk. So that nudged onto the red and nudged it in nicely. And that there is how to play a plant when there's a little bit of distance between the balls. I'd say about a foot between the balls there. Obviously any larger distance, very difficult. Normally when you're playing plants and snooker, you sort of lie between a foot or less, and that's sort of not the maximum, but anything more than that is very difficult, unless the ball is actually hanging over the pocket and then you're just planting one onto the other. It's been Snooker Pro Tips. Thank you for listening, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them. If you have any personal messages you wish to send, please send your personal messages. Again, any game situations you wish to talk about, your sort of league match or your club handicap match, again, please feel free. I'd love to give you my opinion. If any of you have any clips of yourselves out there as you wish to send, so I can take a look at your cue action or take a look at certain things of your game, certain shots you play or you can't play, again, please send the clips. I'll do my best for you. That's been Snooker Pro Tips. Thank you.